Hello, coders. Sorry about that. Hello, coders. Good afternoon. I'm only going to do a quick one today because it is so hot outside, and also I need to clean the car. So I'm going to keep this nice and sweet, short and sweet. What I would like to do is, I don't know why I've got these some wire things. What I'm going to do is upgrade the Prism.js on the howtocodewell.net site. That is a package, JavaScript package that I need to upgrade. And if we go to here, this is the ticket. So upgrade Prism.js. Prism.js is currently at version 1.2.1 to 1.24.1, and the latest version is 1.28. So it is a point release that needs to, or not a point release, it's a major release that needs to be bumped up. Was it a minor release? Anyway, it needs to be, a major release would be version 2. So this is a bumping it from 2.4 to 2.8. So it is, there is stuff to check and test. We need to obviously make sure that that has been upgraded, and also the end-to-end tests all pass. Now this is the end-to-end test all pass is handled by our GitLab runner. So all right, okay, let's make sure everything is up and running and we've got things working. This appears to be in the container. Yeah. All right, I tell you what, let's come out of that for a second. Let's clear that down and make this a wee bit bigger, I think, because this is going to be difficult to read. Boom. Okay. Good stuff. Right. So the containers appear to be up. Yes, they're good. So let's go ahead and let's bring this over here so I can actually. There we go. Right. I'm going to stand actually whilst I do this. I should stand more. Let's just bear with me a minute whilst I. That's better. Right. So tackling this, we need to do a yarn. Yarn, and we need to do a yarn. Let's do a yarn outdated first, because I'm interested to just know. Don't worry about all those warnings. That's fine. Prism.js here, yes, it is. That is 1.2. I was just wondering if there had been another alteration, but no, that is what we're looking for. 1.28. Okay, so let's see if we can do a yarn upgrade, and let's then see if we can do a yarn upgrade of Prism. Actually, whoa. Before we do any of this, geez. Git checkout, let's create a branch, -b, feature, and this is ports. What's the port number? I want to say it's 26, but I'm not entirely sure. It is 10, in fact, it's port 10, okay. Port 10. Not 20, port 10. So this is upgrade Prism.js. Okay, so now we're in our branch. So what we could do then is, yeah, we could do our yarn yarn upgrade upgrade, and then it's Prism.js. Prism JS -- latest. Let's get the latest one. Let's see if that does anything. I'm hoping that this is just going to be relatively straightforward, and it's just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we've upgraded it. It's all good. It's done. Because this is kind of I'm dealing with the low hanging fruit at the minute. So for instance, we got Prism.js that needs to be bumped up. That's what we're doing now. But then later on, we got bigger fish to fry, such as Tailwind CSS. That's a major version from 2.24 all the way up to 3.1. So 2.2.4 from 3 to 3.1.5. So this is quite a big jump. And then also, I think I mentioned it before, I want to remove less and upgrade post, because that would require a little bit of jiggery pokery in the CSS and probably the JavaScript. So they're the bigger fish to fry. The smaller fish to fry would be things like Prism.js, the SMT tester, although that is a major release, but that shouldn't be that tricky, I don't think. Cypress is another major one, but again, it's kind of like, does the pipeline run? Yes, it does. That's fixed, right? Things like copy webpack plugin as well. That's another major. Auto prefixer would be done when I do the post CSS, and then of course webpack is probably the biggest one to change out of a lot of them, to be fair, because that's probably from 1.5 to 3. There's quite a lot there. And I need to do a little bit of checking to see if the latest is actually what we need. So, yeah. So, off we go to the races. If I can get this down today, Prism.js, that would be amazing. And then maybe we could look at another one of these. Possibly, I could get a ticket going for Cyprus, maybe. But anyway, this is how I would check it. So in here, in our SQL course, we have things like click on the dropping table, for instance. That should give us, so this is all Prism.js. This is just syntax highlighting. I think I've got this on other courses as well, if I was to have a little click about. I think I've got this on some PHP courses, and I think I've got this on some Linux courses as well. So I know I've got some on HTML, actually. Let's have a look at that one. It's a bit spotty in some places. There are some that I haven't done. So I think, for instance, I've got the hyperlinks. Yeah. So this is a good one to check, isn't it? Because you can actually see the colors on here. So yeah, this is just teaching how to create hyperlinks and stuff. The various different target attributes. So I suppose that would be our manual test, right? Is to upgrade this and then clear the cache and then just see what happens. And yeah, we might tackle the SMT tester as well. Put that in another ticket. Yeah, just deal with the low hanging fruit. I kind of want to ring fence the less and the post stuff and the auto prefixer, because that's gonna be like one. I think that really should be put into one sort of ticket, because I want to remove less, upgrade post, rebuild the stuff that I've got in less into post, and then upgrade auto prefix. So they kind of all go hand in hand, to be fair. Sortable.js can't be fixed because there is a dependency on, there's a blocking ticket that I need to sort out. Maybe we'll have a look at that later. I don't know. Just sort of whatever we got time for, I suppose. How are we getting on with this? This is still doing its thing. And these warnings, don't worry about these. This is just stuff that I've been playing around with recently. Oh, yeah. Rebuilding all packages. See, I don't understand why that. I don't understand what goes on behind the hood of NPM, to be honest. There seems to be an awful lot of stuff it does for just an upgrade. I say just an upgrade. It's like, I don't know. I get better feels from things like Composer or pip than I do with npm. Npm seems to be doing some black magic. There we go, done. So Prism.js is now at 1.28. So that's clear. So if we did a git status now, we should see that we have our we've got a package.json file and a yarn lock file. That's fine. However, this needs to go. So that's just an artifact from a failing build. There we go. Right, so let's do a git diff just to prove to ourselves that we have done the thing that we wanted to do. So we've upgraded from 1.24 to 1.28. That's great, and you can see that that's the checksum diff there. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Wicked. All right, so I'm going to. I'm not sure whether I need to clear the cache or not. I don't know. We can try it. I suppose it doesn't hurt, right? So if we go into the bash container, I'm gonna have to do a. No, I thought I could reverse search into there. What about web server underscore? Okay, we'll do it the old way. Docker ps -a docker exe. Ah, there we go. Right, then let's do a bin console cache clear. I'll tell you what we should do actually, as well as this, is we should do a run of Webpack as well, just to make sure that the content management system has been updated. So we'll clear the cache. I'm probably going to need to change the permissions as well after this because I've forgotten to do it as the web www data. But hey, it is what it is. So let me just double check that. If I refreshed, is this going to screw up and say that there's a 500 error because I've cleared the cache and I haven't? Yes. Yeah, I need to sort this out with one of the well, it's going to be the entry point, the Docker entry point, but we'll have to do that later. Get sidetracked otherwise. So we want to do Chorn and it's var and it's cache lowercase. There we go. Oh, invalid user. Yes, of course it is because the group is wrong. There we go. Right, that should be back in the room now. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we should do is do a Webpack rebuild. So this is a what would that pick up? That wouldn't pick up that, would it? Would pick up CMS? Nope. Would it pack up? Well, let's do I don't know, history pipe to grep yarn. I'm sure I've done this before on this box. I'm looking for this command. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, I'm looking for this command because it's a CMS thing. There we go. So what that's going to do is it's going to run the Webpack and it's going to run just the dev CMS. Actually, whoa. I needed to do the front end instead. I should have just ran that command, to be honest. All right, let's kill that. Let's run that. There we go. It's going to do both of them. So the CMS and the front end. And what that's going to do is just create the development bits and pieces, update the assets and stuff, do the imports, do all the JavaScript goodness that Webpack has involved. One of which is Prism.js. You know, creating that import. It's probably wise that I've done both of them, to be fair, just to be 100% sure. But I can see that that's up to date Although, yeah, we should wait until this is done. So whilst we're waiting, let's go and pick another thing to do. So what am I looking at? It would probably be the next thing we could probably look at is probably Cypress, maybe. Or the SMT tester. Let me just double check and see if I've got let's go bring this over here for a second. I just want to have a look at the backlog. Backlog. For that epic. Right, roadmap. Here we go. Right, what are we looking for? TinyMC is done. Tailwind needs to be done. Sortable.js needs to be done. Prism.js is what we're doing, so I might as well put that to doing. So I'll put that to be in progress. Post CSS and post CSS loader need to be done with less CSS and less. We've removed Jest. We need to upgrade Cypress. We need to upgrade the copy webpack plugin. We need to upgrade the auto prefixer. We need to upgrade Symfony Webpack Encore. We need to upgrade Node to 16.15.1. We need to update the npm browser list database, which is what there was I'm sure I saw an error about that beforehand. Okay, so we haven't added, there was a new one, SMT tester. That needs to be added. So I will just quickly do that now. So I'm just off stream. I'm just going to create an issue. It's a story. And so this is going to be... let's just do it, yeah. So it is upgrade SMT, is it SM, what's it called? SMTP tester, TP tester. Of SMTP tester is 1.2.0, 1.2.0, and the latest is 2.0.0. Okay, outcomes. One is that the SMTP package have been upgraded. 2 is all email based end-to-end tests pass. Right. Cool. I'll just create that. That was port 86. And I'll assign that to the epic of upgrade node. I'll set the environment to be local and staging, and the story points I'll set to probably 3. Yeah, 3. It's sort of 3/5. Let's go with 3. I think, yeah, that's probably acceptable. Right. So that's all passed. So we should now have our nice, shiny, updated Prism.js. And if everything worked out perfectly fine, it should just be the same page. It should just look like this. So refresh, and fingers crossed. I'll do a little bit of clicking about 2 other courses just to see. Yeah, that looks good to me. Let's see if there's so that's HTML. Let's dive into SQL. Where are we? MySQL's console, and let's have a look at one of these things. So let's say renaming and changing table columns. I'm sure I've got some in here. Nope. Create a database. I'm sure we've got something in there. Nope. Okay, that's a bit weird. Anything to do with dropping a database then? Yes. Okay, so yeah, these are in. Yeah, so I said it was a bit hit and miss. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Let's see if there's anything in Docker world. So Docker for beginners. Executing container commands. Yeah, there's a lot of them. That's good. Let's do copying files from a Docker container. Yep, let's do handling volumes. Yep, I'm comfortable with that. That's okay. So I will mark that as done, and I'll push that up. So this one is good. Again, git status, make sure I haven't done anything silly. No, I haven't. Git commit -am. It is port 10, I think it was. Was it not? Port 10, port 10, yeah. Port 10. And this was upgrading Prism.js to 1.28. Is that right? 1.28? 1.28.0, yeah. Good, right. And then I'll send that away to GitLab for the pipelines to take care of that. That's great. And then we can start having a look. We've got probably half an hour. We can have a little look, play and see on this SMT tester, I think. Yeah. How would I kind of need to... That's going to be a tricky one, actually, because I need to actually see the pipelines to run, and that'll take more than half an hour. So maybe we won't do that. But what I should do is put that into one of our sprints. So I'm going to put it into the next sprint, I think. So what's in this sprint? Don't worry about any of that stuff. The staging, upgrade Prism.js, that's now done, although it's in test. So upgrade copy webpack plugin, document the deployment status, tests are not saving their display order when. I suppose we could do a little bit of investigation on this one. So tutorials are not saving their display order when sorted. I suppose we're not going to fix it within half an hour, I doubt. Oh, maybe we should look at that one. Maybe we should look at that one then. Copy Webpack plugin is currently at version 9. The latest version is 11. No, we're going to have a look at this one. Okay, so when dragging a tutorial on how to code well.local CMS course 5 to a different, let's get into that. Because this one is a blocking ticket, so it would be good to get this one fixed, because this one I believe blocks that one, upgrade sortable JS. So yeah, we should get this done. We should look at this. So go to blah blah blah, drag the tutorial in sortable different position, save the form. Notice the tutorial hasn't been saved at the new position in the front end. Right. Okay, so yeah, here we go. This is the list of tutorials. This is Linux Bash for beginners. So let's go and have a look at that one. That's that one. So if we were to click on this, we can see all the order of stuff, right? And what I'm saying here is that if we were to drag a tutorial in a sortable table to a different position, then save the form. So let's say I want to move that from position 1 to like position 2. So let's try that. So moving that one down to there. So that is now at position 1. So creating a nested directory, that is now at position 2, the basics of Bash. So if I save this form, right, basics of Bash is now at 2, but it's actually number 1, and then creating directories is number 1, but it's being brought down. So the display order, this has changed correctly. So that was 2. That's great. This doesn't look right. And if I was to refresh this, has this now changed? It hasn't. It hasn't. So there's a disconnect going on somewhere. There's a disconnect going on. It's almost like this is correct. I'm going to just refresh this page without posting anything. And I just want to see if that changes. Right. Yeah, so it's changed back. It's changed back. How strange. So there is almost like some wild disconnect. If I was to bring that down to there and then hit save, that's gonna post and then refresh. That's dropped. Refresh again, and it's changed. So it's not saving the, it's either reordering it on the fly. So let's have a little look and see what on earth is going on. So if we were to come out of all of this rubbish, this is what we were doing the other week. This is all to do with, come on. Let's close all the tabs. So let's have a think about it from the perspective of the controller. So we're in the controller and we're in the CMS and we're in, where would we be? Course controller. And we want to, where's my structure here? So I'm looking for, is it that one? Which that does look like index to me. Index.html. Let's see where that lies. Ugh, it's indexing. Come on, PHP Storm. Come on. Come on, PHP Storm. Well, I'm going to have to find it myself. So that would be in templates. That would be in CMS. That would be in course. Oh, yeah. Have you got that yet? No, you haven't. Then it would be in index. Right. So title, published date, updated date. That should all be up here. Title, published date, updated date. Oh, no. No, I'm in the wrong. It's in show. It's the wrong one. Yeah. Sorry. Here we go. Right. So we've got the form, create form, tutorial display type. Why is that? Okay, that's fine. We pass in the course. We then handle the request. If it's submitted, and if it's valid, we then do this doctrine get manager flush. So it doesn't even appear that we're saving anything. Okay. That's weird. There should be a persist call somewhere. All right, let's create ourselves a little branch, shall we? Let's do a git checkout. of main git checkout -b of feature. I mean, it could be just this that I've just missed out the persistent call. What's the ticket number? Ticket number is 56. 56. So this is okay, cool. So I think we need to do something like this. We need to do this. Get doctrine. Get manager. And then I think we need to do persist, passing in the course. Is that it? Right, let's hit save. And let's try that again. So let's load the page up from start. Yay, come on. Good. And then we're going to drag this to here, right? We're going to hit save. See, that kind of saved it-ish. Okay, let's do a refresh again. Just off this. 1 and then 2. So no, that didn't do it. And then let's just refresh this as well. No. Okay, so that didn't do it. So maybe it's the case of I mean, we got the course. We really should get the tutorials right. Handle request. Let's have a look and see what that's about. So we've got a collection of tutorials, entry type, entry options. So that's correct. That's correct. Display entry type is tutorial display type. Let's have a look at that. That is an ID and a display order. Tutorial order value, it is hidden. That's hidden. And then we've got tutorial. So let's go and have a little look and see what we've got in here. I remember doing this like ages ago and how annoyingly frustrating it was back then. So, right. So for each one of these rows, we've got three cells. The first cell we've got, this is the hidden one. So that's the hidden ID. That's fine. And then we've got another hidden one, which has the display order. So that's the display order of 1. And then presumably this one should have the display order of 2. And then so you got #2 and then 2. Right, so this is all. So first of all, right, if I was to move that down to there, let's see, has the JavaScript, first of all, do we have any errors? Apart from that one, it should be okay. So now this one should be set to 1. And then this one should be set to 2, which it is. Okay. Okay. So then we hit save, which is down here. and then it jumps back up. Although, weirdly, that is set to 1 and that's set to 2. So what does this? That's 1. Where am I? That's 1. So that display order is correct. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not correct. See, that should be... No, that is right. That should be 1, sorry. And then this should be 2, which it is. Right. So it's almost like it's after the save, it's almost like it gets repainted. So let's refresh that and just test that theory out. So is this 2 or is this 1? It's 1. No, that theory is not right. All right, I think I'm gonna have to get into the database, I believe, because this is a little... minus u. Website DB. There we go. Ugh, no. Oh. Right. Okay, let's do a select all from... Well, are we saying it's a different tutorial? Are we saying it's a different field, entry type display, tutorial display type? That would be, if that was the case, it would be tutorial display, but I don't think that's right. No. Oh, well, it helps if I use the database. No. Somewhere down here. Data classes tutorial. Okay, fine. Okay, let's do a describe of tutorial. Okay, and so we should have display order. There we go. So select display order and title from tutorial where course ID is equal to, so I need to get the ID from this, which is 5. Right, so now we can actually see it in the data. So 1, 2, 3 and all that jazz. So what I'm going to do is move that to there. Now hit save, and I want to just see if that moves. No, it doesn't. So it's not saving. That's the problem. It is not saving. It is not saving the order, and I reckon it's because we're passing in the course and not the tutorials. So what I'll do is, because time is not on my side today, is we are going to go and write this up in the ticket, just to add some. I'll put that in as in progress, just as some comments, I think. So let's just load that up. Good. Okay, so the controller is not saving the the tutorials order. And I'm just going to put in some notes as to what I've done already. So whoops. What is that command? There we go. Notice that doesn't change. Okay. Possible issue in controller. What is it? Where are we? Yes, in the show on line 78. In CMS. Cool. All right. That's a little note to myself later on, and then I will tackle that. That's a bit of a weird one, that one. Can't really, I mean, it's not popping out in it's not nothing's screaming out at me. Apart from the fact that I'm passing in the course, and what I should probably be doing is passing in the tutorial. Yeah. Course tutorial display type. It just seems to be wired up quite hefty, in quite a heavy way. So you've got the ID of the course, and then you've got a collection of tutorials, and then you have and then for each tutorial you have a display type, which then has the ID and the display order. It just seems a little bit brutish for what I need to do. Display order. Let's just make sure that that is the same thing in the entity. So let's just have a little look. I think it is. Of course, we haven't looked at any logs yet, so we there might be something. Yeah, it is display order, and it's setting it to 1 by default. Yeah. Anyway, I will have to pick this apart and have a look at it. It's not a massive issue, to be honest. It's not a biggie. It's just something that I need to sort, because I need to upgrade the sortable JS, and the only way I can test the sortable JS is working is by sorting the tutorials. So it is a bit of a bugger, a bit of a blocker. The only change I've done, what have I done? Let's come out of this for a second. Let's tidy up our work. Git status. Oh, okay. I've just moved the comma. All right. No biggie. No biggie on that one. Let's come out of that. All right. So what I'm going to do is just take this one offline, I think, and have a little look at that, and then hopefully the pipelines will say that the Prism.js is fine, and then I can merge that into the main, and then next week we can take a look at this in greater detail. Hopefully I would actually have that solved, to be honest, then we can get on with the sortable JS upgrade and the other upgrades as well. But anyway, I'm going to shoot off. I've got stuff to do today, so thank you ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.